And getting in the first visuals of support that is coming in from Tajikistan for the Northern Alliance. Tajikistan has been sent helicopters, with arms, ammunition and food for Northern Alliance forces to take on the Taliban. So once again, a big boost coming in for the Northern Alliance with Tajikistan extending support. And our senior executive editor Abhishek Kapoor is joining us with more details. Abhishek, look at the kind of support coming in from Tajikistan. They're sending choppers with a lot of help, a lot of ammunition, equipment, guns. So this is certainly a boost to Northern Alliance who've decided to take on Taliban, come may what.
Well, Christine, Tajikistan is a traditional supporter of the Northern Alliance. In fact, viewers would recall that the Northern Alliance essentially consists of Tajiks and Uzbek origin warlords and soldiers. So it's natural that Tajikistan would support the Northern Alliance. But what is important is that they share 1,200-kilometer long border with the northern Afghanistan and essentially the provinces, I believe, of Badkhashan, Takhar, Kunduz, Balkh, and now all these provinces are now under the direct control and influence of Taliban. So obviously it's an area of concern for the Tajiks as well, and that's why Tajikistan taking this position of very openly coming out in support of the Northern Alliance 2.0, as one would call it. Essentially, the coming together of Amarullah Saleh and Ahmad Massoud, the son of a very famous Tajik warlord, Ahmad Shah Massoud. So I think the manner in which things are panning out, the situation seems to be heading to a long-drawn civil war between the Northern Alliance forces and the Taliban. And it seems for the time being that the Northern Alliance is holding up really good, and with this kind of support really keeps coming in, and they have their supply lines open, then I believe Taliban would face serious pushback. I mean, they are firmly ensconced in Kabul, and the manner in which the global community is indulging with them, it seems in the rest of Afghanistan, particularly south, west and east, they do not have much of an issue. But then if you see over the last 48 hours, the manner in which the nationalist forces have really galvanized and the resistance Taliban facing in the north, it's going to be a long-drawn affair before Taliban can even claim that they control entire Afghanistan.
Absolutely. Let me quickly go across to Major General Sivach, who's joining us on the phone line. General Sivach, now with these visuals of Tajikistan extending support to, the Northern Alliance, we do know it's not surprising. But when you see this kind of support playing out in letter and in spirit, it could be a start of something big, because you remember how, you have the Northern Alliance who has time and again urged the global community, particularly the West, to come out and support them with arms and ammunition. And of course, everything that possibly can be done for their help so that they can take on the Talibs. So in that sense, this can be a start of something big as well. This is a good message that is being sent out.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. In fact, what they were lacking was the international support, and which is now coming in terms of Tajikistan, that they have given armament, ammunition, as well as helicopters. The point today is, as far as Taliban is concerned, they mainly consist of Pashtun, which is only 42% of the total population. 27% are Tajik and 9% are Uzbek and 8% are Hazaras. Now, this Tajik is the one which is supporting the Northern Alliance, which is 27%. And that's a large number, which is there in northern and northwest Afghanistan. Now, the resistance which has been offered in Panjshir is creditable. It is gaining momentum. It has now 9 districts, and they have killed more than 300 Taliban. And this momentum will gain strength in case they get support from the foreign country, which is now forthcoming from Tajikistan. I feel in time to come, this resistance will grow from strength to strength. And another advantage is that the people of Taliban, people of Afghanistan, they are coming up openly against Taliban. They are not supporting Taliban. They don't want Taliban to come because the mean population of Afghanistan is 19 years. So therefore, 50% of the people are born after 2001, who have seen the free, movement. They have come up in an environment which was free from all these clutches. They don't want Sharia law to be imposed. They don't want the women not to work. They don't want the girls not to go to school. So there's a resistance from the people of Afghanistan also. And now the Northern Alliance, which is there in Panjshir, is now coming up very strongly under Ahmad Massoud, which was the son of Ahmad Shah Massoud, who was the Northern Alliance founder father, is gaining strength. And Abdul Rashid Dostum, the warlord and also the earlier minister, is also now supporting that. So therefore, things are looking very bright for all this Northern Alliance, especially in Northern and Northwest area. They are now taking district after district. They are giving a tough fight to Taliban, and Taliban is now, becoming defensive in that area. And now once Tajikistan has come openly in support of in Northern Alliance, this is a very good sign. And remember, what has happened in Panjshir is not connected with any foreign country. There is a area which is still of Afghanistan, which they have to cover to go to Tajikistan. But if they overrun that area and they have a boundary with Tajikistan, it will become very easy for them to have a good logistic supply, which is a requirement of the day if we have to give a long-term resistance. But it's a very good beginning. It looks like that in time to come, the Taliban cannot have a cakewalk. They will not have free run. There will be a strong opposition from Northern Alliance by Ahmad Massoud, and also Amarullah Saleh is also supporting them. So overall, I feel in time to come, there is a resistance which is building up. People of Afghanistan are coming up. They don't want Taliban to come. They don't want the Sharia law. So it's a very good sign. And today, Tajikistan as a foreign country supporting them is a very, very, you can say, a good move. And this will support them. And I will find that in time to come, Taliban will find it difficult to take area in northern and northwest Afghanistan.
Absolutely. General Sivach, many thanks for sharing that perspective. Let me quickly go across to Colonel V.N. Thapar joining us on the phone line now. Colonel Thapar, if everyone has been talking about the fast takeover of Kabul by Taliban, so has the case been as far as, the build-up of this anti-resistance movement is concerned. Look how after 15th of August, in no time, they've been able to, speed up the entire process of anti-Taliban resistance and have had so many stakeholders on board. They have, some of the Afghan Special Forces units on their side. We put out information just a short while back of how one of the, the anti-Soviet commanders is also now with them. And of course being led by the likes of Ahmad Massoud and Amarullah Saleh himself, and now Tajikistan also extending support.
Well, actually, we must appreciate that the people of Panjshir Valley are generally mostly Tajiks. And the other community that is going to be hit very hard are the Hazras. So therefore, this kind of grouping is about to come up. I have already spoken on your TV that the area of Panjshir is a very strong defensive kind of a position where the defender has got a very great advantage. And gradually these people whom the Taliban has brushed aside in a hurry, they are again regrouping quite rapidly. I mean, as rapidly as a resistance can, they are doing that. They have held them back, and there are reports that almost 300 of them have been killed. So we have to wait for confirmation of these reports. But we must understand that help from the neighboring Tajikistan is bound to come because they are the same ethnic grouping. Just like help to the Pashtun who are leading the Taliban is coming from so many places. Similarly, help from the Central Asian republics is bound to come to this area. And we have seen in the previous, in the number one, that they could not do much against the Panjshir Valley. Ultimately, by sleight of hand, they killed Ahmad Shah Massoud. But otherwise, he was all set to give them a bloody nose. So that's how it is. And I think this grouping will only increase because not everybody is too happy about the kind of... As a matter of fact, 50%, all the northern half of Afghanistan is non-Pashtun. So therefore, they will want their say also, which is not being given. It's only the Pashtun lot who are getting everything, and they are the people who are getting all the government places in the government.